prove like, hey, it's not easy, but it can be done.
From working in the fields to graduation, one UC San Diego student is just hours away from earning her bachelor's degree. Her graduation pictures in the fields where she worked with her family now going viral. In a story that's positively San Diego, our ABC 10 News reporter Laura Acevedo introduces us to Jennifer Rocha.
This graduating senior has worked in the fields with her parents since she was a junior in high school. Tomorrow, she graduates from UCSD. These are Jennifer Rocha's graduation pictures taken in the very fields that she worked in throughout college.
During my winter break or like summer break, I was working with my parents.
Rocha wanted her parents to be in her pictures, crediting them for teaching her the importance of getting an education.
That's what made me want to go back and just recognize my parents, because without them, I wouldn't have this degree.
Rocha grew up in Coachella. Since her junior year of high school, she worked in the fields overnight after going to school and cross-country practices, spending the night planting strawberries with her family.
They were like, hey, if you don't go to college, you're going to be here.
And it didn't take long for her to realize the work her mom and dad did for years was not easy.
I was like, yeah, I don't think I want this for a forever job.
Saturday, Rocha is graduating from UCSD with a degree in sociology with an emphasis in law and society. Her next goal is to go into law enforcement.
To show the people that there's good people in there and there's not just bad people.
She hopes her pictures serve as an inspiration for other immigrant families that hard work pays off.
Being like, hey, I recognize you. I see all these migrant workers. It's a tough labor, but hey, if I could do it, then your kids can too.
Laura Acevedo, ABC 10 News.
Love those pictures. If you have a story that's positively San Diego, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at tips@10news.com. You can also join our ABC 10 News Positively Facebook group, where you can share your stories with other San Diegans. And the first face-to-face gathering of world leaders since the pandemic started. Tonight, the biggest takeaways from the G7 and the president's hope for a new era. Plus, a pride parade unlike any other in San Diego history, how they're pulling out all the stops to celebrate love and resilience. ABC 10 News is back in 90 seconds. President Biden joined other world leaders for day one of this year's G7 summit. They met for the first time since the pandemic began. ABC's chief White House correspondent Cecilia Vega is traveling with the president in Cornwall, England.
The first face-to-face gathering of world leaders since the pandemic, socially distanced, but no masks. And right there in the center, Queen Elizabeth. A veteran head of state herself, she was quick to know exactly how to lighten the mood.
Are you supposed to be looking as if you're enjoying it?
Yes, definitely. We have been enjoying ourselves.
President Biden and the others exchanging elbow bumps 24 hours after he announced the U.S. would donate 500 million COVID vaccine shots to poorer nations. The other G7 countries joining together to reach 1 billion doses.
We need to make sure that as we recover, we level up across our societies and we build back better.
The world's post-COVID economic recovery also on the agenda, the group endorsing a global minimum tax rate of at least 15% on corporations, something the White House lobbied for, though it's far from guaranteed to actually happen. The president hoping to convince allies the era of Donald Trump is over, but they didn't seem to need much convincing.
Präsident hier dabei ist, Joe Biden.
Germany's Angela Merkel applauding Biden's commitment to multilateralism, which she said we were missing in recent years. The American president arm in arm with France's Emmanuel Macron, who tweeted, "Now that we are together, united, determined to make a difference, it's time to deliver. I'm sure we will." President Biden seemed to be loving it.
Everybody in the water.
Later, he and the first